Assalamualaikum, my dear students. How are you? I think you are all well by the grace of Almighty Allah. Welcome to NIFS Home School. I am Yamin Apu, an assistant teacher of mathematics, National Ideal English Version School morning shift. Today I am going to take a math class for the student of class 7. My dear students, our today's topic is Assignment 1 discussion. That means we will discuss our first assignment of mathematics today. Okay, your lecture number is 18 for the half yearly examination. My dear students, in the assignment you already know how to write down an assignment. You have a top page of your assignment and you have a sample top page in the Facebook group of our school or in your live class Facebook group. Okay, and dear students, after that top page you should write down the index. Okay, and you know how to write down the index already. After that index page you should write down the page submitted to and submitted by you, and submitted to the teacher's name should be write down. After that you should solve the assignment question. There are the assignment question on the board and I will discuss only today, not the whole solution. You will write down in your assignment paper perfectly how to write down. Okay, that means you will arrange the language and I will only write down the solution, how to solve it. Okay, now question number 1 is, there are two questions, question 1 and question 2. Only two questions are there. The first question is, write down the perfect square number of 3 digits and determine the square root of the number in two different ways. There are two ways to solve a square root number. The first way is prime factorization and the second way is division method. And first of all, you need to write down a perfect square number which contains 3 digits. Okay, to write down, you can write down, we know a perfect square number is 100, or you can write down, we know a perfect square number is 121. I will write down 144 here. Okay, because 144 is also a perfect square number of 3 digits which contains 3 digits. My dear students, I repeat again, you must arrange the language by yourself. Okay, I am doing only the solution here. Okay, you should write down, you can write down that we know that 144 is a perfect square number. Now we will solve this one, that means we will calculate square root number of 144. That means this numbers square root number in two different ways. The first way is prime factorization method. In prime factorization method we will resolve this number at first by prime factors. Okay, now resolve it. It's 144. If we divide 144 by the number 2, by the prime number 2, then we can divide it because it's a even number. That is why we can divide it by 2. We will get 72. If we divide 144 by 2, we will get 72. Okay, my dear students, now 72 again is a even number, then we can divide 72 by the prime number 2 again, we will get 36. If we divide 72 by 2, we will get 36 because 2 goes 36 times in 72. Okay, now 36 again is an even number, so 36 can be divided by the prime number 2, and 2 goes 18 times in 36. 2 goes 18 times in 36. Now dear students, 18 again a prime even number, so we can divide this number by prime number 2. Okay, so divided by 2. Now 2 goes 9 times in 18. 2 goes 9 times in 18. After that, my dear students, we should divide 9 by some prime number, but 9 is not an even number, so we can't divide 9 by 2, but we can divide 9 by the prime number 3. Okay, if we divide 9 by 3, we will get 3 because 3 goes 3 times in 9. 3 goes 3 times in 9. Now how can we solve the problem? How can we determine the square root number? We need to find out the square root number of 144. So you can write down, therefore 144, by resolving we can write down by 144 equal to the multiplication of this prime number, that is the product of these prime numbers. It's 2 multiply 2 multiply 2 multiply 2 multiply 3 multiply 3. Then we will make the pair of the prime numbers. Okay, we will make the pair of the prime numbers. Now 2 and 2, these 2 2's will make a pair. Again this 2 2's will make another pair. After that these 2 3's will make a pair. Now we will take only one prime number from each of the pair to make the square root number of 144. Okay, therefore the square root number of 144 is equal to square root of 144. That's equal to what? That's equal to 2 multiply 3, because we can take only one prime number from each of the pair. Okay, it's 2 multiply 3. We will take only one prime number from each of the pairs. Now it will be how much? 2 2s are 4, these 4 3s are 12. That means 12 is the square root number of the number 144, which we have write down at first. Okay, now we will solve this one in another way, because one way is done, another way is division method. My dear students, now I am solving this one in division method. Okay, in division method the number was 144. We'll take two numbers, two digits at a time from the right side. Okay, 4 there are two digits, so we will give a line here. Okay, these two indication. Again we have a single number here remain. Now we will give a column line in the right side of this number. After that, my dear students, we will find out the square root number of 1. At first we will find out the square root number of 1. The square root number of 1 is what? The square root number of 1 is 1. That means we should write down now 1 ones are here, we should write down 1, then 1 ones are 1 here. Okay, 1 ones are 1 here. Then we should subtract this one from that one. We should subtract this one from that one. You will get 0. Okay, no need to write down 0. If you don't write down 0, then it's also okay. If you write down 0, then it also be okay. Now we'll write down these two number together here. Okay, these two number here. Now it make how much? It makes now 44. In the left side of 44 we will give a column line. You know the process how to solve it. It's very easy. Now we will write down in the left side of this line double of this one, double of this one. Double of this one means 1 multiply 2, that's equal to 2. 1 multiply 2 equal to 2. Now we will write down a digit here and multiply this total number by this digit. That means if we put in the right side of 2 1, then we will multiply this as 1. Then we will get how much? 1 1 is 1, 1 2 is 2. It is 21. But we need to find out 44. Okay, so we should put the next numbers to calculate. If we put in the right side of 2 the second number 2, then how much we will multiply? We will multiply this whole number by 2 also. So we will get how much? 2 2s are 4, 2 2s are 4. We will get 44, and this is exactly this 44. So we should write down 2 here. Okay, we should write down 2 here, and 22 2s are 44. It means 22 2s are 44. I have written down 44 here. Now subtract this 44 from this 44. 4 from 4 0, and 4 from 4 it's 0. So remainder is 0. Now my dear students, it's a perfect square number 144, and the perfect squares square root number is 12. This is our result. Okay, 12 is the square root number here of the perfect square number 144. I think you have understood how to solve it. Okay, but my dear students, you can write down any number, any perfect square number of 3 digit. Don't write this number actually. Okay, then it will be similar of my assignment in the YouTube class and your assignment in the copy will be similar, but I don't like that one. Okay, you should write down different number. You can write down 169, you can write down 121, or you can write down 400, you can write down 900. All are the perfect square number. Okay, now I am going to solve question number 2. My dear students, question number 2, it's 2. Number 2 is a troop can be arranged in 9, 12 and 20 rows, but not a square form. What is the least number by which the number in troop is to be multiplied so that the troops can be arranged in a square form? First of all, we need to calculate the number of person in the troop present. Okay, to calculate the number of troops here, to calculate the person of these troops, we need to find out the LCM of 9, 12 and 20. The LCM of 9, 12 and 20 will be the number of troops, or will be the people who are present in the troops. Okay, that is why first of all we should find out the LCM of 9, 12 and 20. But my dear students, I am repeating again, you should arrange the language in your assignment copy. Okay, now we are finding out the LCM of 9, 12 and 20 to find out the number of people present in the troops. Now my dear students, look, to find out the LCM we can divide 12 and 20 by 2, by the prime number 2, because 12 and 20 both are the even number. Okay, but 9 can't be divided by 2, so 9 will remain unchanged, and it will be 2 goes 6 times in 12 and 2 goes 10 times in 20. Now again, it's 6 and 10 are even number, so you can divide both the number by 2, but can't divide 9 by the number 2, so 9 remain unchanged, and 2 goes 3 times in 6, also 2 goes 5 times in 10. Okay, now my dear students, there are no even numbers, so we can't divide any number by the prime number 2. Now check it by 3. If we divide 9 by 3, we can divide. Okay, if we divide 3 by 3, again we can divide. So take 3 now, the prime number 3. 3 goes 3 times in 9 and 3 goes 1 time in 3, and 3 can't divide 5, so 5 will remain unchanged. Now what is our LCM? That means what is our people number present in the troops? It is the multiplication of the numbers. The LCM equal to what? Is 2 multiply 2 multiply 3 multiply 3 multiply 5. That's equal to how much? That's equal to, would be 180. It will be 180. That means 180 is the present people in that troop. Okay, now we will find out that is a not perfect square number, because look, in the multiplication of the prime numbers, it's 2 makes a pair, it's 3 makes a pair, but 5 will not make a pair. That is why it's not a perfect square number. To make this one a perfect square number, we must multiply this number by 5, then we will get a perfect square number of the troops. You can solve it by this way, by writing the language, but you can also solve another way. It's the LCM. That means it is the number of person which are present in the troops. After that, we need to find out which number needs to multiply with this number of troops to make the number of troops a square, that is perfect square. To calculate that one, we will solve this one in a prime factorization way. Okay, after getting this one 180, we will resolve this number. We need to resolve this number. Okay, to find out which number needs to multiply. Okay, dear students, first of all, to resolve 180, we must divide 180 by the prime number 2, because it's an even number. If we divide it by 2, then we will get 90, because 2 goes 90 times in 180. Okay, after that we can divide 90 by 2 again, because 90 is also an even number, and 2 goes 45 times in 90. After that 45 can't be divided by 2, because 45 is an even number, not an even number, it's an odd number. But 45 can be divided by the prime number 3, and 3 goes 15 times in 45. Also this 15 can be divided by the prime number 3, and 3 goes 5 times in 15. Now my dear students, the resolve is here done. It's 180. We can write down equal to 2 multiply this 2 multiplication of 3 multiply with 3 and multiply with 5. Now make the pair of these prime numbers. 2 and 2 will make a pair. These 2 3's will make a pair, but this 5 will not make a pair, because 5 is alone here. That is why we can see that 180 is not a perfect square number. That means the troops number is not a perfect square number. To make it a perfect square number, we must multiply 180 by the number 5. Then we will get a perfect square number. Okay, so the least number which needs to be multiplied, which is 5. I hope you have understood, my dear students, how to solve it. and you must arrange the language in your assignment paper. Okay, submit your assignment in the scheduled time. That means on 13 April you should submit it. Okay, you should complete your assignment within the date of that 13 April. Okay, and my dear students, if you can't submit it, then you should show it to my live class. Okay, see you again inshallah. Till then, Allah Hafiz.